What does winter do to a 120-foot waterfall? Welcome back to High Falls, Minnesota's tallest waterfall, right here on the Canadian border. And the last time we were here, we explored the history and the legendary portage. Today, it is all about frozen waterfalls. Late December has transformed this place into something else entirely. Ice clings to the cliff, the mist is like freezing in air, and beneath it all, the Pigeon River is pushing through. Let's go take a short walk and see what winter does to 120 feet of falling water. Welcome to Tsuzumi Woods, where we explore nature one step at a time. And like I said in the intro, today is all about frozen waterfalls. There's going to be plenty of parking when you arrive, and there's actually already a few other people hiking when we got there. About the trail real quick, it is just a short 1.1 mile out and back. There are facilities there which are open. You are going to want some sturdy boots or spikes because there is a lot of ice, especially on the stairs. And if you're just here to see frozen waterfalls and you want to skip this hike, go ahead and skip to about 3.5 minutes and you'll be at the frozen falls. So while we make this short half-a-mile hike in, I was going to share some interesting information that I learned about frozen waterfalls, and I had no idea about most of these, starting with that they don't actually freeze solid. They freeze from the outside in. So the spray hits the cold air first, and then it builds ice curtains layer by layer while the core waterfall keeps flowing underneath. Even in the snow, though, there's still color. And if you look, we have moss. It's really pretty. It's like this really soft green. We've had some high winds, so I'm guessing the wind just... Pretty though. It's really pretty. My next waterfall fact is they don't freeze at 32 degrees. It actually has to drop to 28 degrees, and we're going to explain more after the woodpecker interruption. Oh, I think that was a bald eagle. Hold on. It's up there. That's a woodpecker. You see it? If you go like on the live tree, go to the right. Action. There is a woody woodpecker up there. So yeah, water does not freeze at 32 degrees. It has to be 28. So the turbulence and the motion, it lowers the freezing point through something called supercooling, which is a super cool concept or word. So even when the air temperature is well below zero, the water at the center of a waterfall is still liquid and still flowing, as you're about to see. Also, the trail is well marked, so if you're worried about getting lost, I wouldn't be. It's very straight shot to the waterfall, and a reminder there are facilities, so it makes it a really nice place to visit. Now back to the waterfall facts, that waterfalls create their own microclimate, and this is true whether they're frozen or not, but when they're frozen, the temperature difference between the mist zone, where it's still liquid, and just 20 feet back can be 10 degrees or more. And so it's really neat. These waterfalls actually generate their own weather system right there in the gorge. All right, here we are. Check it out. Frozen High Falls, Minnesota. On the other side is Canada. On your left side is the United States. And that's the Pigeon River that separates the two. Absolutely stunning. Stunning. You can still hear the falls. It's super loud, and you can see the river rushing. Yet it just takes your breath away with the beautiful ice formations on the falls and in the river. I really can't put it into words, but definitely Tsuzumi Woods approved, and I would highly recommend that you get out there. This next shot is one of my favorites. You can really see behind the ice curtain and see how this waterfall really does form from the outside in. So behind it is the waterfall, and you can see it, just sheets of ice that have formed. It's so amazing, just the structures of it, and just it's so beautiful, and it's going to change tomorrow and change the next day. And so it's so random, but yet so stunning. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you have any ice waterfall stories you'd like to share, please leave a comment. I love hearing everyone's stories in the comments. It's like a time capsule of hiking adventures. We're going to close with a shot of Lake Superior, which you can see from High Falls. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see everyone out there hiking in the woods. Bye-bye, y'all.